Desde abajo se defiende a todo mundo. Radio Jornalera, donde tu voz encuentra un eco amplificado, donde tus derechos salen a la luz y disipan el miedo, donde tus aportes a la sociedad se evidencian, donde se reconoce que tus luchas reivindican derechos para todas y todos. Radio Jornalera destaca a la gente humilde que pelea por sus derechos a pesar de sus circunstancias de despojo y marginación. Eleva a los individuos y sus luchas y muestra cómo la clase trabajadora y humilde puede ser agente de cambio cuando se organiza, cuando se defiende y cuando tiene una lectura correcta de su propia realidad. Radio Jornalera provee el espacio para aprender de los invitados e invitadas sobre sus vidas, lo que les motiva a seguir adelante, sus virtudes y desafíos y hasta su música y poesía favorita. Radio Jornalera recalca el trabajo de activistas, organizadores, educadores y algunas celebridades, sus causas, sus campañas, sus estrategias, sus tácticas y los reveses más duros en el perenne quehacer de formar líderes para hacer el mundo más justo, más humano, más inclusivo. Para cambiar el mundo, primero hay que conocer a las personas que sobreviven las injusticias y políticas públicas groseras. Hay que apoyar y solidarizarse con sus luchas, porque desde abajo se defiende a todo mundo. Radio Jornalera, donde los anhelos y el sentir del pueblo trabajador cobran vida.
Hi there, welcome to the Brookdale Undocually interview series. Today we're going to be working with Brookdale Community College to explore how students can access the Community College Opportunity Grant and access higher education regardless of income or immigration status. So please welcome our special guest, Elizabeth Giron, and she'll be here sharing her insights on this topic. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. I very much appreciate being here and sharing any stories and any information that I can give.
Yeah, so maybe we can start with just you can introduce yourself. What's your role?
Absolutely. My name is Elizabeth Giron. I am a FAFSA coach at Brookdale Community College for the CCOG, the Community College Opportunity Grant. And I definitely love what I do because I help students to navigate their financial aid documents, including especially the FAFSA, which is the federal aid, and then the HISA, which would be the state aid.
Great. So yeah, what are some of the ways that sort of FAFSA coaching can help the community? What sort of impact does that have?
So FAFSA, when you first look at it, can be something very intimidating because it asks for financial records, it asks for information as far as like personal information, circumstances. So it can get overwhelming the first time. And I always tell everybody the first time that you do it, it can take a little bit of time. My role in it is that I'm able to come in and work with students one-on-one virtually over Zoom, and I'm able to guide them through the process of applying for the FAFSA. And because I speak Spanish as well, I'm able to help students whose first language is Spanish complete their FAFSA, or not only just for themselves or maybe for a family member as well. But what I try and do is I try to like take off like that feeling of worry and kind of ease them into the process. And I always say to them, the first time is going to feel like it's going to take forever. After that, you're going to do it in like 20 minutes every single year. It gets so much easier as it goes. But I'm there to be like their support in case they have questions, in case they get stuck at a certain point. Or maybe if they're like, I did my FAFSA, but I'm not sure if I did it right. Can you help me go through it? And I will be there for them for that whole step.
Yeah. Are there any non-traditional support that you can give to students?
Usually when it comes to I work a lot with the FAFSA and the HISA, but I've had students who've asked questions like, well, if I don't receive a lot of aid, what else other options do I have? So I always default to like, let's look at different scholarships that are available as well. Let's look at what loans are, or like any other questions they have. Or I'll have students who are like, these are the circumstances I'm going through, or these are the circumstances I've lived through. Does FAFSA still apply to me, or does any type of financial aid still apply to me? And if I don't know the answer there, trust me, I'm literally looking it up as I'm on the conversation with them. And then just overall, sometimes I will be asked, what are the next steps after? Or like, what do I have to do now at Brookdale as far as my classes? Who do I talk to? Or what if I need to do my award letter? Who do I talk to? So any information I can provide from at that moment, I do for them. And then if I don't know, I always say to them, listen, let me find out the answer for you, and then I will get back to you, and I will make sure that you get your response for your question.
That's great. Yeah, thank you. Do you have any practical advice that you might give to students broadly, just maybe for the first time applying for aid through FAFSA?
So I would say is that it can be intimidating at first. And you just have to kind of take it slow. Take your time with it. Gather the documents, see what are the requirements that you need. What is it asking for? What year are you applying for? So like if you're applying for the 2025, 2026 FAFSA, know that you're going to need your taxes from 2 years back. And if you're dependent status, your parents are going to need their taxes from 2 years back. So just have that all information ready to go. And then if you do have questions, reach out to one of us. We are more than happy to help. Go to your counselor and see how you can reach out to one of us. Go to the Brookdale website, to the CCOG part. Reach out to us. Let us know. Send an inquiry. Send us if you don't know where to send an inquiry, just send us an email. Somebody will direct it to us. But if you are not sure, ask the questions. Like, don't hesitate. Don't feel any type of shame, any type of worry, any type of like, oh, I should be able to do this on my own. No, you should not be able to do this on your own, because if there is something that you don't know what to do, ask for help. I'm at a point in my life where I'm a mother of 3, and I still ask for help for like the most basic things, because it is our human nature to like want help from other people. So if you have a question about your FAFSA, about your HISA, about scholarships, about loans, ask us. We're here to help you. We're here to help the community. And we just want the best of what you want the best for yourself.
Yeah. So, for FAFSA, it seems that there's sort of an issue that there's a barrier to access, or a barrier to understanding, what's necessary out of it, right?
Correct.
And I mean, I can see that this is also just perhaps broadly a problem with understanding higher education,
Correct.
especially if, for example, your parents didn't go to college. Maybe you're the first person in your family to go to college. Do you have any tips that you can give to families and students who are entering higher education for their first year?
Absolutely. So my parents came from Central America. They did not complete college. My father, who has worked hard his whole life, only got to what I believe is maybe middle school, and then had to leave schooling from that. My mom did complete high school, but they did not do any type of college, any type of university. So when it came time for me to do it, I kind of had to rely on like what information I was able to gather. And that was talking to those who have had experience with it, like teachers or counselors. I remember taking my parents on the college visit and college visits and asking all these questions. um, if there's somebody around you that is able to help out, ask for that help. Find somebody who has had that experience, whether it be from a 2-year institution, a 4-year institution. Even if you're deciding to go to grad school, those are still questions that you may have, right? I'm still within the grad school, within the higher ed setting as a learner myself. So when I decided to go into grad school, I had questions, because I'm like, well, what are they going to expect of me? Like, what do I need to know? I want to major in this. What do I have to learn? Where can I find like internships, or placements in which I'm able to do things more hands-on. Seek the people who are there to help you. Seek the people who want to help you and who are able to direct you into those that are able to provide you that information and are able to provide you with the necessary guidance. And understand that the people who want to help you are not just going to be like, all right, I helped you. Have a fabulous day. I'll see you whenever I see you around. No, those are the people who truly want to help you will always have their doors open for you, will always stick around, and will always say, what else can I do for you? Or where else can I guide you?
Yeah, I'm applying to grad school now, and I can say like,
Fantastic.
yeah, I mean, nobody in my family went to grad school, of course, and so for much of my undergraduate years, I haven't known, like, I didn't know what I needed. So having that sort of advice, I know is very important. Before college and during college, um, to plan for your career. Um, do you have anything exciting that's going to be happening at Brookdale soon?
I know, like, there's probably a lot of events going on at Brookdale, soon, especially with the upcoming spring semester that I believe starts next week. Um, Off the top of my head, I can't really, like, grab anything off the top of my head, but I know on the Brookdale website, there's most likely, like, a lot of events. I know we do a big thing with, St. Patrick's Day, like, we do the parade, we participate in the parade as far and, like, to get out the notice that Brookdale's here to serve the community, to help the community. We have CCOG, the tuition-free program as well, and we go out and we do a lot of events. So we do events within the community, we do events with groups. Like, I've done recently an event with the Mexican consulate where we provided information to our community there about what Brookdale offers and what the CCOG tuition free program is. But our staff members, many of our staff members who are out doing events, they're out there promoting as far as these are the opportunities that are available. These are the pathways to those opportunities and there is many possibilities, no matter what age you are, to continue or start your education.
Yeah, is there anything else that you'd like to share about this program?
It's a phenomenal program. I honestly wish it was there when did my undergrad when I started off. I definitely would say that this program is there for everybody. And when I mean everybody, you don't have to be fresh out of high school. If you decide that your pathway was to take a few years off, go work, experience what you wanted to experience, and then return to school, the program's there for you. And one prime example I have for that is my own sister, who after high school went to college. Wasn't for her. So she went to cosmetology school. She worked as a hairdresser for many, many years, and she just recently at like the older age that she is decided I want to go back to school, and she returned back to Brookdale, and she actually is part of the CCOG program. She's a recipient of it, and she's using that opportunity to study architecture, which she loves. And it took a while for her to find what she was passionate about and what she wanted to do, but that's okay. And I think what people have in their head is that they need to know, like, once you finish high school, like, you need to know. You need to know what you need to do. You need to get your life started, and you need to keep going. If you need to push that off for a little bit and then find your niche and find what you wanna do, that's okay. Education has no age limit. It's always there for you. It's always available for you. Brookdale is always there and available. Even if you just want to learn English. If English is not your first language, you want to go to learn English, Brookdale's there for you. If you want to go and start your career to get your associates in HVAC, in mechanics, or anything like that, Brookdale's there for you. Or if you want to use that time to build up those credits, build up that experience, and then go into a 4-year school, they're there for you too. And the CCOG program is there to help you as well.
Great. Yeah, maybe we can get into more detailed information on what the CCOG can offer for students. Yeah, Elizabeth, could you walk us through maybe some of the scholarships, financial aid, and admission support that this program offers?
Absolutely. So the CCOG program, or the Community College Opportunity Grant Program, as long as you meet the eligibility for it, which is having a adjusted gross income of a less than 100K, being a New Jersey resident, or a dreamer as well, because we're very much dreamer friendly. um, 12 months prior to starting school, you're enrolled in 6 credits, you maintain a satisfactory academic progress, um, and you do your FAFSA as well, or your NJ alternative application, you would be eligible for CCOG. And CCOG, what it does is that it's, like I said, it's a free tuition program. So it will help you pay for school. And there are other scholarships that are attached, as far as like there is information that we can give you as far as like additional scholarships and additional things that'll help you. But from what I've seen, CCOG has really helped in covering, if not majority or all, the tuition for our students as well. And then when it comes to the different types of areas of help, you have people like me who are FAFSA coaches who are there to help you in guiding you through the process of applying for that financial aid. And we will literally sit with you and go from creating the account on the FAFSA website all the way to the submission process, and making sure that everything's submitted properly and processed, and then helping you to see if you need to do anything for HESA, which is the state aid as well. You also have other areas in CCOG where you have people. We have navigators and pathway mentors, and each of them, one of them, have their own different roles. But they will help you to kind of go in that route of then finding your classes and what you want to do, what you want to study, setting you up maybe with like different types of like tutoring programs if you need additional help, or letting you know what information you can gather from this area if you're looking for um learning about a certain type of like study in a certain area. They will point you into the right direction. And we work closely with the departments within Brookdale. So we work closely with admissions. We have a lot of people. We have some people from admissions that are part of our program as either a pathway mentor, a navigator, or a FAFSA coach as well, who also know the ins and outs of Brookdale, but are also able to then help you guide you towards being successful within Brookdale, and being successful within our classes. So for us, CCOG is not just, okay, you're part of our program, great, awesome. It is more than that. It is like, okay, you're part of our program, you're part of our little family. So now we're here to support you. What do you need? Where's your strong suit? Or where are you need a little bit more help in? Oh, you need more help in tutoring for a math class. Let's get you set up. Let's find a way. Let's get you a tutor. Let's get you into the tutoring services. Or you need to take a place for, you need to take a test for something. Let's get you set up with a testing center. What kind of tests you need to do, and let's communicate all that. Oh, financial aid. You need to talk to financial aid. Here are the direct numbers or direct emails to the people who you should be talking to. So we definitely work to help connect our students with whatever they need, and then kind of like encompassing the whole idea. Like, we at Brookdale, we're community college for a reason. We keep community college in our name because we come together as a community, as a family, to support each other, and especially support our students to make sure that they are successful in whatever goals they want to achieve.
Do you have any success stories of students that you may have guided?
So I've worked with a lot of students recently, but I want to actually say that the biggest successes that I've had were my high school students. I am actually my full-time job is a ESL teacher at a high school. So I work with a lot of students from different backgrounds, different languages. We have over 20 something languages. And my successes come from them because there was I would want to say like about 2 years ago, we had a bunch of seniors who had no idea about FAFSA, no idea about financial aid, no idea that they actually could be able to get some type of financial support for their higher ed classes or for colleges. So I remember having a lot of them in my classroom, and we even had a session with them with the guidance department to help them fill out all those documents from the FAFSA to the alternative application for New Jersey as well. And a lot of them were able to go to school or actually receive some type of benefit. And I remember I had this one student who at the end of the year, he came to me and he goes, "Miss, thank you so much because of all the help you did for me for the financial aid. My mom doesn't have to pay for my school. They gave me to enough to cover everything I need to cover for my school." So like he was so appreciative. And like for me, those are the moments. And now working with students that I work with for Brookdale, um, but especially those that come from different circumstances, different backgrounds, anytime that I can help them literally press that button and it says submitted for that FAFSA. And then when we check back, they're like, yeah, I received this, I got this. That's always a win for me. That's always a win. If we can get to that submitted button, for me, that's a win.
Do you have any message that you can send to students watching today who might be interested in pursuing higher education at a place like Brookdale?
So what I would say is that um, take your time. Take your time as far as don't think that you have to rush anything. Don't think that you have to go at a certain pace. That just because so and so here did it in this time, that you have to go the same thing with that as them. We all have our own time for things. Like I said, I am still in grad school. I'm doing a doctorate degree in education for the last years. And like I'm down to like right at the end, but I'm also what like how Luis Fonsi would say, I'm doing it bien despacito, pasito a pasito. I take my time. And because for me, it's like that's what works, especially with everything going on in my life. So I would tell students is that take your time, find what you want to do, find what you want, like what you love. Um, that's going to fulfill your heart and going to fulfill your soul. And at the end of the day, find the right place that helps you with it. Brookdale does an amazing job in kind of like guiding you into what it is that higher ed is. What are the expectations of higher ed? And Brookdale does a fantastic job in offering so many types of courses on so many of like the satellite regional areas where you that if you don't live close enough to the main campus, but there's an area like Brookdale has one like in Freehold and you live closer to Freehold, maybe there's an option to take classes there. But I would say is like reach out to somebody, take that first step, send that email, send that inquiry, and just say, "Hey, I'm this is what I'm interested in. I don't know where to start. What can I do?" We will reach out. We'll be happy to help, and we will guide you to the best way we can. And all we want is for our students to be successful, and all we want is for them to turn around one day and be like, "I did it. I did it, and I'm in a place where I'm going to be happy, and I'm going to be happy, and I'm doing what I'm doing for the rest of my life."
Thank you so much for being here, Elizabeth. And big thank you to our audience for joining us today. Remember, if you have any questions about the COGG, sorry, can we do that again? Yeah, thank you so much for joining us today, Elizabeth. A big thank you to our listeners. Remember, if you have any questions about the CCOG, Brookdale, or FAFSA, you can visit the websites in the description, or you can leave us a comment and we can get back to you. But until next time, keep striving for your educational goals.
Audio Jungle.